Hello, everybody. Welcome to Connected Community Health Support. I am your host for today's workout, Jacob Carroll, and we are on day 47 of our free bodyweight exercise program. We're going to be going through all the movement patterns here, doing a lot of things that are transferable to everyday life, and trying to promote a healthier and more active lifestyle. And we're doing that by removing the barriers to health and fitness. So some of those barriers are transportation, cost, these membership fees. And so we're trying to break down these barriers by offering you a free bodyweight workout that can be done all from the comfort of your own home with no equipment. So with that being said, there will be a little bit of variations here. We are on day 47, and we are going to be having multiple variations for these workouts. So anybody of all fitness levels could join in with this program. So I know I said there's going to be no equipment required for the stream today. However, we are going to have some chair variations for people that will want to join in with us, but maybe do not have the mobility or are dealing with other issues where it might be difficult, getting to and from a chair. So we're going to have some variations that can be completely seated so you can join in right from the comfort of your chair even and still get a great workout today. So if you are new here to Connected Community Health Support, we are in our second period of this program. We started 3 days a week. We are now at 4 days a week. We're going Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and you can also find all of our previous videos on our Facebook, YouTube. Go check the link tree out in the bio or check out our website. But enough of this intro spiel. We're going to get into the workout here today. It's a half-hour-long workout. We're doing 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, 8 different movement patterns. And this week, we are talking about social and environmental health. And so in my stream today, we're going to be talking a bit about relationships, healthy and unhealthy relationships, how you can deal with these issues, how you can build healthier relationships, and maybe counter these negative relationships. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that with this workout today. I'm going to be kind of talking about this through the workout, but I want to share with you our quote of the week. How can you be inspired if you do not surround yourself with people or things that inspire you? And I think this is a very powerful quote, especially this week when we're talking about relationships. You want to be around people that inspire you and people that encourage you to do better. And we're going to be talking about how you can make this possible throughout this stream today. But without further ado, we're going to get things started. We're going to do a 5-minute warm-up. Let me make sure that the timer isn't on, or timer is on. But all right, first move of the warm-up here today, we're going to be doing some T-spine rotations. I want the arms out in front, strong, stable stance, and rotating back with the arm. Trying to bring the arm behind you. Just going to keep rotating through, moving through this full range of motion here. Great job, everybody. I'm going to spend a few more seconds here really trying to warm up the mid-back. This rotation movement pattern is something we do in everyday life, believe it or not, probably multiple times every time you turn and rotate. When you're backing out of the driveway, trying to get behind you, trying to get out, you're still going to be using these rotational muscles. That's actually what I kind of try to mimic when I'm thinking about this movement pattern. So for the next exercise and we're going to be warming up the hips here a little bit. So going to be moving the leg out, the hip out, and bringing it back in. And same thing, this can be done with the wall, moving the hip out and coming back in, or same scenario in a chair. Same thing, you can just move the hip out, come back in, if you're going to be trying some of these seated variations here in the workout today. Same thing even with the T-spine rotations. I'm sorry I did not demo in the chair. Same thing, you won't be able to get as much of a range of motion. Maybe sometimes you kind of scoot to the edge of the chair so you're not going to be hitting the back. You can still kind of work on that same motion. Anyways, we're going to keep warming up the hips, keeping moving through this motion for another few seconds here. Let me make sure I have the chat up just in case. Sorry. So all right, now that we got the hips feeling good, we're going to start working on the shoulders a little bit here. We're going to be starting with some forward circles, arm circles, same thing if you're going from the chair. Same motion, sorry, move this a little bit more center. Same motion, moving from the chair. Just going to be going with these short, small circles. And now we're going to reverse the direction. Same thing if you started backwards, going forward now. Good work, everybody. And I know if maybe you were previously watching my stream at this time, this is the first time I've been back at this time in a few weeks now. We've kind of been trying to change up the schedule, but let's move to some open circles. But we've been trying to move to a different schedule now that we've moved into 4 days a week, try some new things out. We were originally going, all of us, at 7:30 in the morning, but we know we had some people in different time zones where this might be difficult for them. And, we always usually had replays going on during these sessions, but we felt that was kind of, disingenuous to the people that were, coming to these times pretty regularly. We're going to be moving forward now. So the same thing, I'm going to make it a habit to try to get back to streaming during this time frame. Hi, Les. Yeah, it's good to see you again. Yeah, sorry, I know I haven't been at this stream time in a bit, but from now on, I will be streaming on Thursdays at this time every week. So, going to be moving to some neck movement now. I'm going to have the arms down by the side, looking over the shoulder, getting a little bit of this motion in the neck. Yeah, we've still been streaming, still been doing our things. I know it's been at 7:30 a.m. So I'm looking in the chat, 7:30. I'm still, yeah, normally I was too, honestly, before we started this schedule. But, eventually, I know we're at 4 days a week right now. We were going 3 days a week. There is going to be a time where this program is going to be 6 days a week. And, especially with our current jobs and things we are doing for the business, it might be a little bit difficult for us to all be streaming 6 days a week live at those times. So we still want to have a few live sessions at every time, but we're going to be doing replays at some of these other times. So, usually Adam's a 5:30 guy. He might start streaming 5:30, doing replays during 7:30 and 12. I was usually a 12 o'clock person. I'm going to start doing my live sessions at 12, restreaming at the 7:30 times, things like that. All the workouts will always be on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our webpage. But just want to put that out there that I know our stream schedule has a little bit been confusing to follow as of lately. But sorry for that little spiel. Let me see back in the chat. I'm only on Thursdays. Yeah, no, I wish I could be doing more. The same thing. It's just with my work schedule and things right now and doing personal training. It is a little bit difficult. I would love to be live more days a week if I can. And honestly, there's going to be times where, sorry, I gotta edit this out. So I'm having some technical difficulties here. Don't know what's going on. Okay. Really sorry. Give me 1 second here. Okay, we should be squared away. But yeah, if I can, I will try to go live more times. Like if I have some free times on, some of our other stream days to go live on my 12 o'clock session, I will. As of lately, schedule just has been getting a little bit more busy for me. And, same thing I can do. We usually do morning sessions, but my schedule starts getting a little bit busier during the day. But enough about me. I know I'm ranting a little bit here today. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that, Les. And I'm sorry. But enough about me. Let's get into the workout. So first movement today, as I said, we're going to have some different variations. We are going to have some grounded ones, some standing ones, and some chair ones. So our first move, as usual, is going to be these floor touches. So remember, you're just bending down, pick something, an object up off the ground, kind of letting the hands slide down the hip, reaching to a comfortable height. If you're going to be doing this from the grounded variation, we are going to be doing a glute bridge. Same movement pattern. A lot of the same muscles being used, but you're essentially going to be keeping your heels on the ground and trying to bring your hips to the ceiling. So that's our ground variation. And for our chair variation, we're going to be doing the same thing as those floor touches, except you're going to be seated position. Same thing, just bending down to the ground, coming back up. For anybody that's going to be joining this workout from the chair today. Yeah, actually, I know our pricing was a little bit more expensive. We have been remodeling our business model a little bit more now. So it is definitely, I think, definitely a lot more affordable than it was. We're trying to just keep costs lower, make things more accessible. It was only really expensive as it was because in our previous model, without having contractors, that's kind of how it had to be because we had to pay, benefits, drive time, insurance, all this stuff. So this model is definitely a little bit more realistic. But anyways, I'm going to be offering virtual, in-person programming, all this stuff that will be shortly. But all right, sorry, enough talking. We're getting into the workout. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Choose your variation. Glute bridges, floor touches, whichever one you're feeling good with today. The same thing, maybe the other day, maybe or some other time this week, you were feeling good doing a certain variation, maybe getting towards the end of the week, it's just not feeling the same today. Don't be afraid to modify and find the variations that work for you. 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. Next move coming up in 30 seconds is our reverse fly combo. This one we've done a few times. Strong, bent over position. You're going to be doing a row and then a fly. If you're doing this from the chair, you're going to be doing the same thing. Bending over, row, fly. You can do the same movement pattern from the chair. Everybody get ready. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Then down be showing the standing variation. Strong bent over position, row, into the fly. Great job, everybody. Keep moving through. 15 more seconds. Sorry, just editing some things. All right, now we're all good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, everybody. For our next move, we're going to be working on the overhead press. Oh, yeah, the timer is great. I'm glad you're liking it. And so we've got the overhead press, fists up. We're going to be just pretending like you are punching the ceiling. Same thing if you are in the chair, same position. Just punching the ceiling. You can alternate if you want. Rounded variation. We're going to be in a crunch position and doing the same thing. We're going to get going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm going to be doing the grounded variation. Our grounded variations will be a little bit more difficult. The same thing. Do what's right for you today. Do what's feeling good for you today. Keep it up. 10 more seconds, everybody. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And great job, everybody. Next move coming on up, we have the side plank. It's going to go quick. So 15 seconds, we're going to be switching. You're going to be leaning into the wall with one arm. And you're going to try to keep the other leg up. Same thing, other side. If you're going with this variation from a chair, you are going to be leaning to one side, trying to pick the other leg up, like so. Getting a little bit of that side crunch action. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm showing the standing variation. Leg that is closest to the wall is going to be the one being used here. I'm going to be holding for 3, 2, 1, and switch. And the same thing. I will be going through more of the grounded variations. I'm going to probably just stick with chair in the standing for this first time through, get more into the grounded on the second way. Because honestly, I just don't have time in the 30 seconds. That's what I'm realizing. But for the squat, multiple variations here. No grounded variation for this one. Same thing, just pretend like you are sitting in that invisible chair. Or use the actual chair, not the invisible chair. And sit down and stand up. Same thing if this is difficult for you. A lot of people have issues getting to and from the chair. So same thing, you could just rock and maybe just get that motion like you're about to get out of the chair and build your way up, build that strength up. We're going to get going in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same thing, I'm going to be showing the box squats or chair squats, sit to stand, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing. Great work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job. Yeah, they're not the best. They're not the best chairs to sit in. They are good for a great workout, though, I'll tell you that. We got push-ups coming up next. So remember, a few different variations of this one. We can go from the wall. The further away the feet are, the harder this is going to be. We can go from our knees. Same thing, just lowering ourselves to the ground and coming back. Or we can go from our toes. Whatever variation works for you. We're going 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same thing, another variation here. Maybe it's difficult to push all the way up. You can just hold this position at the bottom, push yourself away from the ground. That is going to be a great workout as well. And I know I said I was going to be talking a bit about healthy relationships, social and environmental health. We will get to that. I just want to make sure I get all the moves so everybody is familiar with the workout before I start getting sidetracked. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, next move. We got ITYs, swimmers. And, well, we're going to show the swimmers after, but ITY, standing or bent over position. We got I, thumbs up, Y, thumbs up wide, and then T, straight out. Same thing, you can modify going one arm at a time. We're going to be going 3, 2, 1, let's go. And same thing, I know if you're going to be doing a chair, try to mimic this same motion. You might want to get a little bit towards the edge of the seat. Same thing, you can get a bent over I, Y, T. And same thing, still working a lot of these same muscles from the chair. Now, there's a lot of different reasons why somebody might be joining in from a chair. Previous experiences, health history, maybe even the way somebody was born, amputee, whatever it may be. We're trying to make health and fitness more accessible, so there shouldn't be any barriers to exercise. But 3, 2, 1, and done. Sorry, went a little bit over. The same thing, that's what we're all about. If you have any other type of variations, any other situations, please let us know. We're trying to make this adaptable for all. But we got our marching coming up. So remember, bringing the hands to the knees. The faster you go, the harder it's going to be. Choose your intensity. As always, we can do things from the chair as well. Just getting those legs marching in place. Still a great workout. Still getting things moving. Nothing wrong with going from the chair. You're getting your body moving. We're burning calories. We're exercising. That's all that matters. I want a bouncy chair for this. Yeah, it would definitely help. You can get an exercise ball, use that if the chair might be rolling around on you. But 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, everybody. Going back to the top, where we're going to have floor touches, bending over to pick up that box on the ground. Remember, we could do the glute bridge, or same thing. You can do the same thing from the chair. It's the same movement pattern. Reach it down. I still feel it in my glutes. I still feel it in my hamstrings a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, everybody. Same thing, reaching down to the ground, standing back up. Try to keep that flat back. And now that I've demoed the moves at least once, so you guys kind of got an idea of what's going on with the workout, we're going to talk a little bit about healthy and unhealthy relationships with our pillar of the week, which is social and environmental health. This is a large part of healthy habits. 3, 2, 1. Sorry, I'm going to be splitting it up in between workouts, obviously. Remember, reverse fly combo, bent over, row, then fly. Same thing, going to be doing the same motion, leaning over in a chair. If you want a prone variation for this, we're just going to be doing T's, just doing the flies on the ground like this. Everybody get ready. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'll be showing the chair variation this time. Also, So it'll be easier for me to kind of talk to you about the social and environmental relationships. So what we're talking about this week is how to identify healthy and unhealthy relationships, what can impact, what can help you create healthy and unhealthy relationships, and how this works into your physical and mental health potentially. Done with those. And so to put this into context, there's a lot of relationships people have throughout their life, whether they're business, personal, friends, family, loved ones, significant others, whatever the situation is, you share relationships with different people. And sorry, next move is overhead press. Remember, just punching up to the ceiling, doing this from the chair or standing up or crunch position. We're going in 3, 2, 1, let's go. And so you can have multiple different relationships with people, and a lot of studies have found that the more relationships you can maintain and kind of, keep healthy relationships with people, it has a strong predictor of your mental health, physical health. And this makes sense because, if you have people that are negative around you, kind of putting, I don't want to say, they have bad intentions, but same thing, just the way you guys might work together because your personality types or what you guys both enjoy might not mesh together. We are done with that. Remember, we got our side crunch, side plank variation coming up. It feels weird me switching right from a more serious topic right into the exercise. But remember, we're going to be switching halfway through this. And so one thing to kind of do was I like to use as kind of a gauge is to first find, what's important to you, what makes you happy, and do the people around you line with those goals. So we're starting that plank right now. Sorry. Same thing, you might have close friends, people that you are close with for a very long time. And then, maybe as you grow older, maybe you just guys don't have the same common interests anymore. We're going to be switching the same sides. So to put this in example, maybe you have a friend that likes, going out and partying and drinking and things all the time. And maybe you were at a point, 3, 2, 1, good job. And so maybe you were at a point where you enjoy doing this, going out and stuff. So then I'm not saying you can't go out and have fun and still be healthy, but say, maybe there's something they want to do pretty regularly and, that doesn't align with your goals, and maybe their goals is like, oh, I want you to go out and maybe have them, come out with us anymore. This, that, and the other thing, this would kind of be a negative influence, possibly a negative relationship, even if, you do have a good relationship with this person, but, there's a negative kind of, effects of the relationship. We're going to keep going into that, but we're going to go into the squat first. We're going in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same thing, sitting in that invisible chair or standing up. Remember those seated variations too. You can use the chair to sit down and stand up, whatever is feeling comfortable for you. We're going to be going for a little bit longer here because I started us a little late. 3, 2, 1. Great job. We got push-ups coming up next. Remember, find your variation from the wall, from the chair, from the floor. There you go. So I guess moral of what I was saying is the same thing. You can still be good friends with somebody, but, not have similar interests anymore. And that can, potentially create an unhealthy relationship where their wants are not the same as your wants, but you guys are still trying to maintain a relationship. We're going to start push-ups in 3, 2, 1, let's go. And same thing, this could also be a friend. It could be a significant other. Maybe your significant other is interested in, things that you're not interested in. Maybe they want to go out to eat or something all the time, and you want to, be more budgeting and things like that. That can also create an unhealthy relationship. I'm not saying that it has to turn unhealthy, but there could be, aspects of the relationship that kind of maybe it's like they're tempting you with things maybe you don't want. I mean, tempting is in like, going out, spending more money, food, things of that nature. But great job with the push-ups, sorry. As you haven't noticed, I have a difficult time trying to maintain the topic of the week and keep these timed going in the right order. So we got ITYs coming up in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Remember, I, Y, and then T, you can go 1, at a time. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I'm sorry it's getting a little bit broken up. The same thing, there's ways that you can kind of counter these relationships or try to make them healthier. And part of that is just by expressing your needs. Maybe you can be honest about the fact that you guys don't have the same interests anymore at this point in time. And you can still be friends, but maybe you don't hang out as much or do the certain things that kind of don't align with each other's goals, each other's wants, and things like that. So one of the first steps of kind of maintaining these healthy relationships is really honesty, being upfront about your feelings, communicating effectively, and getting your point across so people on both ends, so there's no miscommunication, people understand both of each other's wants in that relationship. But we got marching coming up in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Remember, you can do this standing. You can go a little bit faster if you really want to make this more intense. You can go slow and controlled. You can go from the wall. You can go from the chair. It doesn't matter. Great work, everybody. Keep it up. See a comment in the chat. I like your topics, Jacob. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to take a new topic every week. Even each of our trainers are going to have kind of their own topics along that kind of relates to this pillar. And I talked about that in the context of relationships, but this can also be the context of, well, hold on, before that, we are done with the marching. I know I didn't mention that again. I apologize, a little bit off with today's stream, I guess. Well, we're approaching the last time through. We're going back to floor touches in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Reaching down to the ground, coming back up. And, as I was saying, this can go with objects and things too. You could kind of have negative influences in your environment and not just relationships. That's why it's not just social, it's environmental as well. Even if it's things like as simple as, maybe right on the kitchen, right on the middle of the kitchen table, having fruit or something like that. You can almost, done with the glue bridge we just finished and things, sorry. But same thing, just how, maybe having fruit and things on the kitchen table could be a positive health trigger. Even as, subconsciously, you might notice the fruit, and that might be your go-to snack or go-to food. If you have sweets and things like this on the table, maybe you're walking by, you're going to subconsciously be noticing that, thinking about that, or that can almost be a negative health trigger. Same thing, people can be the same way. All right, reverse fly combos. Remember, rowing up, flying out. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Row and then fly. Remember, this is the same movement pattern. If you are going from the chair, it's going to be a little bit bent over. Might help to come to the edge of the chair. Give it a little bit of row, and then give it a fly. You can even kind of lean your chest on your legs. Give it a little bit of support. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Same thing. And also, a lot of research has shown, especially with relationships and things like that, if you kind of let these unhealthy relationships keep going on without addressing the issues and addressing the problems that there might be, these have a multitude of negative health side effects. If you want to read more about this and see the studies and things that these came from, make sure you check out the website and go to our blog post about this week about social and environmental relationships. So we got overhead press in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Punching to the ceiling. You can go alternating or same time. It's up to you. Feels really weird switching from a serious topic about relationship health then saying, oh, right now we're going to punch the ceiling. But, that's the way of the stream, I guess. Addressing serious topics and working on our health and fitness at the same time. So 30-second rest. We are done with overhead press. We are going to be going back from that side plank variation. Remember, you're just going to be kind of leaning into the wall, having to use that core stability. If you want to try this from the chair, it's a little bit different. So if you have arms on the chair, you can lean into the arm, but if you don't, you can lean onto your legs. And same thing, leaning onto one side, picking the other leg up, still getting kind of that side oblique activation. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm actually going to show from the chair leaning to that side, crunching over. Same thing, trying to make this accessible if you're going to be following along from a chair today. Good work, everybody. Yeah, relationships are important. It's important to adjust your wants, adjust your needs, have open lines of communication. These are all very important aspects of maintaining a healthy relationship. And sometimes you can't be afraid of confrontation and what might come of it. I think a lot of reasons why people might not address the issues in a relationship is maybe they don't want to make a big deal about it. They don't want to create an issue and things like that. But if it's causing issues for you internally, then you need to address that topic. You need to have that conversation with this person so you can move past these things. Maybe build a better relationship from that standpoint. But all right, everybody, we got squats coming up in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. There it goes again. Right from the scary stuff right into squats. Yeah, communication is definitely key. Same thing, it can be a lot of miscommunication if there is not communication. And same thing, and it might come to a point where you kind of need to cut a relationship off. Maybe it's not going to be able to be maintained into a healthy relationship. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Same thing, maybe you both are just at different points of your life at this time, and your goals, needs, wants don't really align, and maybe you feel like this person's actions are negatively influencing you. You don't need to maintain the relationship because you have a great history or other things if it's still negatively impacting you. But push-ups in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Remember, you're just pushing yourself away from the ground. You can go from your knees, go from your toes, go from the wall, go for a chair. It does not matter to me. Do what works for you. Can't stress that enough. Go work, everybody. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Right? Relationships really change over time, sometimes for the better, sometimes the other way around. You couldn't have said it better, Les. Same things. And sometimes, it hurts cutting off a relationship. Maybe somebody you really did have a really good relationship with at the time, but you're at different points of your life, and maybe it's not healthy to maintain the relationship, maybe because of circumstances and things like that. But it's all complicated issues. But we got ITYs coming up. I do want to talk more about that. But 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm going to be showing them from the strong bent over position. Same thing, you can go one arm at a time. The same thing, I always think that relationships should stay civil. If there's any hard feelings or anything people feel that they need to hash out, I don't think it needs to be the end of a relationship or necessarily have to have hostility for that person. Something we need to be understanding, even if it's the other way around. Maybe someone is coming to you with these same issues and it's making you feel, some type of way about the situation. And, sometimes you need to hear them out and understand where they're coming from and realize that it's like, hey, if I'm negatively impacting this person, maybe I can't, keep trying to maintain this. If I'm maybe you could be the one negatively impacting them. But anyways, we got our marching variation. Last move coming up in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And same thing, one organization that I just want to give a quick shout out to that does a lot about relationship and healthy relationships is the One Love Foundation. We supported them with our streams a while back with the Yards for Yearly. They were doing fitness and health and, cardiovascular exercises and using this to kind of promote, healthy well-being. Sorry, done the marches. And they post a lot about relationship violence and things of that nature. So if you want more information about this, check them out. Check out our blog about social and environmental health. But anyways, that is it for our workout today. Really great job, everybody. Sorry, a little bit off today. I was getting a little bit distracted. I know my timing and things was definitely not the best today, but a really serious topic that I wanted to make sure I addressed fully throughout the stream today. But let's get into a cool down. We're going to talk about this stuff a little bit more. Something just getting the leg swinging. Moving through, we did a lot of squatting, a lot of lower body, upper body work. Just going to kind of get things moving a little bit. Remember, not very aggressive swings. We're kind of just letting the leg swing like a pendulum. Don't make this a whole nother workout here. Good job. Going to be switching legs now. And one more thing I want to say is a kind of rule of thumb. This is not the only rule of thumb, because you still could be happy with your relationship, but also still feel that, it's not serving you and things like that. But I feel like a good rule of thumb at the end of the day, if your relationship is causing you, more stress than happiness, circumstances can vary. Maybe it's not the most healthy relationship. You want to put your happiness first, put your mental well-being first, obviously within the context of, the circumstances of the situation. You can't, just say, hey, I'm not going to show up to work because it doesn't make me happy. You can't just do that. But, you get what I'm saying. Put your happiness first. You're going to care about how you feel at the end of the day. Don't sacrifice your own feelings, stressing yourself out to try to make things easier for somebody else. Relationships seem like a full-time job, so I'm staying away from it. Hey, well, the right relationship or the wrong relationships can feel like a full-time job. If you find the right person, you can have a very healthy and, great relationship. I can say for myself, me and my girlfriend have been together for 6 years now. And, obviously every relationship has its ups and downs, but we have open lines of communication. We communicate our feelings. And, it's been very stress-free for the most part, very enjoyable relationship. But, same thing. I know it's not every relationship. I've been in relationships myself, even previously, that were very stressful and things like that. So it's all about finding, same thing, just being open, communicating your wants and needs so you can build and work with each other to have a healthy relationship. Yeah, just about almost there. But I'm going to be doing some shoulder swings and things right now. Just loosening up the shoulders, chest, and back a little bit here. Same thing, we did a lot of pushing, a lot of pulling. And the same thing, I've totally apologized. Same thing, I'm off my game a little bit today. Same thing, if you are doing these leg swings from the seated position, these are a great variation. Just get the leg moving. Same thing, it doesn't even have to go all the way. Just get a little bit of that knee, that leg movement. Same thing, those arm swings can also be done in this chair, working within your same range, working within your, a range of motion that works for you. I don't know. Maybe I am going to have to ask her. I think I'm pretty good. We all have our faults. That's why I really do think one of the keys to maintaining a healthy relationship is really just being honest about your feelings. Don't beat around the bush or try to, work things out silently or, think this much. If there's a problem, if there's something bothering anybody in a relationship, whether it's through work, whether it's at family, whether it's friends, there should be transparency. People should feel the ability that you can be open about your feelings and how you feel about a certain situation. The same thing if, sometimes because maybe the way the relationship is, maybe those lines of communications are a little bit shut down. Do you believe in luck? I do. I think, everybody is due for a little bit of luck in their life. I don't think luck is the only factor that makes things happen, but, meeting the right person at the right time, there can definitely be some luck involved. Maybe it's luck, maybe it's fate. I don't really know. That's a tough question. What do you think, Les? You believe in luck? But the last exercise or kind of cool down of this workout, we're going to do some deep breathing. I'm going to do some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you take that deep breath in, you should kind of feel the stomach expanding and then feel it the air, as you exhale, feel the stomach deflating a little bit. So let's take a few deep breaths. Deep breath into the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to keep working on that 10 times. I'm going to stay here and also see any other comments and things come through. I'd love to stay, hang out, answer some questions, help you guys out in any way you all might need. But first of all, thank you all for being here. Always appreciate the support. Everybody showing up to the stream. I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope you are all enjoying this too, whether you're watching this live or recorded. But we've been talking a lot about relationships and things here today. I know this can be a topic close to home for a lot of people. Maybe you're dealing with a lot of these issues and stresses right now in your own life. So, to kind of go along with that, just be honest, keep those lines of communications open, express your feelings. There's nothing wrong with doing that, so you can address issues and move forward in a way that works. So I'm going to look at this comment. I believe in fate, kinda. I feel like the universe is the captain of our ship, but then we're the co-captain. We also control. I definitely do believe in that. There are definitely things that are in and out of your control. There could be small things. Maybe it's a decision that, maybe somebody asked you out on a date and you didn't know how you felt about it. Maybe you're kind of hesitant. Maybe you give it a shot and things work out great. Or same thing, maybe you turn that situation down and you never end up meeting that person. There's a lot of situations where you can kind of be in control, but same thing, this situation arises, maybe out of fate, maybe out of luck, maybe out of just will or determination by the other person. But whatever the factor may be. Boston Mark, thank you for streaming these workouts. Streaming these beginner workouts, and the topics and your approach are very good as well. Thank you, Boston Mark. Really appreciate you being here and appreciate those kind words. Glad you're enjoying the stream, and glad these exercises are working for you, man. But I am going to stick around for a few more comments and questions, but I probably only got about 5 minutes here. So I want you to remember also that kind of going along with this topic of the week, the quote of the week is how can you be inspired if you are not surrounded by people and things that inspire you? Especially with relationships, things like that. You want people that are gonna, bring more energy, bring more positive things to your life, not people that you feel like are bringing you down. You want your relationships to be mutually beneficial, not feeling like you are sacrificing things for your own relationship or for your partner or for your friend, for your family that are not, within your own needs. You inspire us, Jacob. Thank you, Les. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. And, that's why we're here. We want to be that community. We want to be that positive influence relationship in everybody's lives. That's why we're doing this. We want to make health and fitness successful. We want to help people. I know me and my partners, we've all struggled with our health and fitness and things in the past, especially as a child. And that's what really got me into this, and realizing that, there's a lot of issues with the health and fitness industry. And, even just, from a policy form, we're going to have things about policy with the price of healthy and unhealthy food. There's a lot of barriers and things that almost encourage or make living a healthy lifestyle unsustainable. So we're trying to make it more sustainable by giving away things for free, trying to help people out as much as possible. And, one of those ways is by the stream, through our blogs, through our social media. It really does feel good. Like for you people to say things like this, it really does make my day as well, too. So I really do appreciate everybody that's here supporting. And it feels good to help people help themselves in a sense. Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe you showed up here, and maybe this becomes a regular thing because, maybe you're enjoying the stream and things like that. Maybe fate brought you to the stream, and maybe it changes your life for the better, living a happier and healthier lifestyle. And, that would make my day to be doing that for you all too. Yeah, if you have any questions, I know I do really have to go here shortly. I have some things to attend to, but food is our next topic. We actually did do nutrition, I think, 2 weeks ago now. We will be cycling back through and getting to this, but we want to hit all those pillars first. But trust me, we will definitely get back to nutrition and food. And also, I know I do have to go shortly. I'll stick around for one more question, but if you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to send me a message on social media, email me, whatever it may be. Yeah, temptation can be a hard thing, and I know same thing, whether it's food, a lot of different things, and same thing can be or unhealthy habits and things like that. But a lot of times it's normal. I don't know what specifically you are referring to with that, but same thing. If there's any questions, comments, concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to me personally. Reach out to us by email. Send us a message on the business page. We would love to help, and we are actually offering some lifestyle coaching and things of that nature for a very cheap cost. We can't make it absolutely free, but we would love to. Same thing if anybody wants to have an hour session, just have a conversation, work through some things like that, trying to help you out. But same thing, any quick questions, comments, concerns, send us an email, send us a message on social media, leave us a message on the website. We will definitely get back to you and help you to the best of our abilities. I hope you have having a great rest of your day as well. I'm going to try to enjoy the weather. I have some mowing and some other personal training sessions I got to take care of. But it was really enjoyable being here today. Great conversation with you all today. And look forward to seeing you all again soon. So on that note, thank you again for being here. Jacob signing out today with Connected Community Health Support. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great rest of your week. Show up to that Friday session with my man, Seth Spicer. And have